A record-setting NBA regular season for the Toronto Raptors, a franchise record in wins, the first overall seed in the Eastern Conference, second overall seed in the NBA in total. Faizal, Cameron, Donnovan here with you. But still, despite the accolades, we see it, we feel it, we definitely hear it. Yeah. They're not getting the love from the pundits down south. Take a listen.
Just stop it with Toronto. Just get them out of my sight. Toronto, right on schedule, is turning back into Toronto.
The Cleveland Cavaliers will beat the Toronto Raptors in a playoff series, period.
Bottom line is this team has a boogeyman in their head. No. They have no confidence when they play the Cavs.
Did you see LeBron late in the game? Oh, he still owns these baby dinosaurs.
Can we just pull up the end of that clip once again? Colin Cowherd has like progression in his face because he's so proud of the baby dinosaur line at the end. He just cannot wait to get from what he started to what he's ending with. Look at that sly smile that comes up there. Waste man.
See, the thing I noticed is Dominique Foxworth couldn't even look at Will Kane. Like, he represented, if you look at him again, all of Canada. Disgust, disdain, head down, shaking his head, just like, please make this point quickly so I can murder you with a rebuttal.
And for Skip Bayless, this is just what he does. So no one should be, as a Raptors fan, offended, because what he does is he just pulls these hot takes out and he's just hoping for a reaction. And well, we're giving him a reaction by taking it personally.
I think the Raptors are going to be more than okay when they're wearing the OVO uniforms. 5-1 this year when they're representing Drake. Can we just make this a thing? Like, can we start the petition right now? They've worn the whites at home in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Don't win game once. They've worn the blacks and the reds on the road. Do we need some black and gold in our life?
I don't think it makes a difference, but I loved the OVO uniforms. Those were my favorite. And that court, I thought it looked awesome.
Did you not just hear the stat that I just gave you?
No, I know, but yeah.
Forget the stats. Here's what I'm saying. You're a playoff opponent. You're walking into Toronto because you're confident, you're comfortable. You see that black court. You see the black in the crowd. You see the black coming in. It kind of means business. I feel like there's a daunting aura that comes with this black and gold in that court as opposed to the white and the red uniforms in the past. They lose game one, but why not elicit a little bit of fear in your opponents by just coming out like your boss, like ready to go to war.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. That daunting aura, right? It's a little sprinkle of OVO, right? It's Drake's aura.
Yep.
God's Plan comes out. They've only lost 9 games since January 11th, since God's Plan comes out. I think you play God's Plan the entire night.
Just the whole time.
The whole crowd is, forget whiteout, like that's been done. Blackout, everyone black on black, everything.
They're used to being nice, so nice for what? Bro?
Nice for what?
Nice for what?
I think we found it.
Nice for what?
But we can't make this all about Drake. I won't have it.
Why?
Okay.
It's too much. Let's focus on the Raptors. I won't let him have that.
Okay, fine. I'll focus on the Raptors.
All right.
Masai.
Yeah.
Nice for what, please? All black. Paul Elliott, the equipment manager, best in the league. Nice for what? All black. Champagne Poppy, strike. Don't go to the games unless they are wearing black. I've said my piece.
All right.
Feel better?
I do, actually. Okay. I feel much better.
Speaking of pieces, one of the people giving love to the Raptors in the States, Woj, of course, coming up here doing a couple pieces, including one with Kyle Lowry, where a pretty indicative quote came out of maybe the relationship between him and Coach a few years ago. He said, it was definitely nights, I mean, I got to go or he got to go, one of the two, referring to Dwane Casey and Kyle Lowry, who we know had a tenuous relationship when Lowry first came to Toronto. Who is more important, Caroline, in the playoffs for Toronto, Kyle Lowry or Dwane Casey?
I think it's Dwane Casey, and I think more so this year than any other when we've seen them get away from ISO basketball and sharing the ball. In the playoffs, I think what every Raptors fan is a little weary of is that in those moments, under stress, under pressure, don't go back. Don't do what you were doing. And that's Dwane Casey's job, to keep them all in check and make sure that they keep doing what they've been doing on D and also still sharing the ball.
I think it's DC, no question. The guy looks good on the sidelines with the suits and the Gator penny loafers. Great look. He should be Coach of the Year.
Yes.
And if not for Kyle, we've seen him hurt in the past. He ended last year hurt. This year, you've got Bet On Yourself, Fred VanVleet with a great clothing line, DeLon Wright, who seems to get better every game. To me, it's the coach that really propels the team in the culture he's setting out to play.
Kyle is the most important Raptors asset this postseason for so many different reasons. You're talking about the young guys.
More than Debo.
Yeah, more than Debo. I think it all starts and ends really with Kyle Lowry. He's going to generate the play. He's going to take the pressure off the young guys so they can come in and just kind of do their jobs. We've seen when he struggles, the bench have had to make up for deficits and increase leads, and you're not going to get that opportunity as much in the playoffs. Lowry's been slandered for so many years because of his poor start to the playoffs. He needs to come out and do it this year, because I think if he has 1 or 2 bad games, we know how he gets personally. We know how he's just one to maybe try to put more on himself, which could deter the Raptors from actually succeeding. So I think it's Lowry over Casey.
See, I think it's the other way, though, where it's not the bench needing Lowry and that first unit to kind of build them up. The bench, they can do that on their own. I think it's about the bench giving these guys, like they have all season, a little bit of a break and taking the pressure off Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, so that when we were just speaking about the American media focusing on things from the past, that's one thing that won't have to be brought up as much.
I think it's going to be the Dwane Casey playoffs. Like a year ago, we were talking about maybe he loses his job, culture reset. We're talking about maybe he's the coach of the year. I don't think it's going to be Masai saying F team, team to be played. I think it's going to be Casey who's going to be extra demonstrative on the national stage.
Yeah, in the most polite way ever, though. That
exactly.
he can. Like a relative demonstrativity, if that's the word. Of course, Sportsnet 1 NBA playoff action gets started this weekend. Catch it all. It's going to be a fun couple months.